Yeah, we get game time for our players. That's the most critical thing, and we're pretty competitive for 3 quarters, and then I think the Heat probably trained a bit out of us the last quarter. Brisbane ran over the top of us a bit. They had more legs in the last part of the game, but we've been. I haven't seen the docs since the game, so I'll find out when I get back into the room. So I think he's okay. He's walking around, so I think he'll be okay.
Not too concerned. It looked quite bad initially. I know he sort of hobbled off, but
yeah,
not sort of too much.
I don't know, mate. Yeah. Sorry, I can't tell you until I speak to the docs.
So any concerns over the results? Obviously, what do you get out of the 2 games?
Yeah, we get game time for our players. That's the most critical thing, and we're pretty competitive for 3 quarters, and then I think the Heat probably trained a bit out of us the last quarter. Brisbane ran over the top of us a bit. They had more legs in the last part of the game, but we've been out there in pretty stifling conditions for 3 quarters prior to that. So we gave exposure to a lot of younger players on our list tonight, and they'll really benefit from that. But all of our players will benefit from just getting some game time.
And Buddy, you seem to give Buddy quite a bit of game time. Is that obviously the plan?
Yeah. We thought if he's going to come up, we'll play him in both the games. And he competed hard. He's a bit scratchy with the ball from time to time, but it wasn't in hindsight, we should have brought a mosquito fleet up here, because it wasn't a game where it was conducive to tall players. Both games were error-ridden with mistakes. Just slippery handball type of errors and marks that were dropped that just AFL footballers don't drop. That was just the conditions. It was nearly like wet weather footy tonight.
He had a bit of a run around the midfield, obviously, rather than just keeping him down the forward line.
Yeah, he had a bit of a run up there. Because with the ball so slippery, we just thought if we could get the ball in his hands, at least he can kick it a mile when he gets it. It didn't work out all that well for us.
It seemed minimal contact at the time, Alastair, when Buddy seemed to make eye contact with Shaw during the Gold Coast game. You don't envisage any problems with that at all?
Oh, I didn't see it, mate, so I couldn't tell you.
Got the young guy, Grimley.
Yeah, Grimley. He's been on our list for 2 or 3 years now, and he's progressing okay, and did a couple of nice things tonight. Kicked a nice goal. We got a number of players that have now been on our list. Wanganeen did a couple of nice things tonight, and Loudon and these type of guys have been. Hallahan, they've been on our list, but just had some injury concerns early in their careers, and they're starting to develop for us. So hopefully that'll give us a little bit more depth. Langford was another one who did a couple of nice things. Young Jed Anderson in his first game for the club. So there's some pleasing signs, but it's obviously very early, and hopefully they'll get a little bit more exposure to some senior footy throughout the NAB, and we'll see where it takes us throughout the course of the year.
So the result time doesn't change your approach for the rest of the pre-season?
No, we'll get a few more guys who'll get an opportunity to play next week. And again, I think we've got the Bulldogs on Friday night, so at Etihad. So we'll probably get another 5 or 6 players back into our side that didn't play tonight, who we'll get some game time, and then move into NAB 3 and get ourselves ready for some more conditioning. It's all about getting ourselves right for round 1.
Sam Mitchell?
Yeah, he and Brad Stool actually had study commitments this week, so that's why they didn't travel. So they'll both play next week.
Just on Brian Lake, that was the first run around.
Yeah, he did okay, it'll take him a while to get used to playing with his other defenders down there in the back 6. But he's acquitted himself really well with his training, and I'm sure he's going to be a real bonus for us in our back end. Yeah, he was. He played up there in the Gold Coast game, kicked a nice goal, and did a couple of good things. And with Lake coming to our club and Spangler coming to our club, it gives us a little bit more flexibility to where we play Showmaker, so he can play forward or back, and we know he's got that capability. So we'll just wait and see. But we need to give him a little bit more exposure forward through the NAB Cup where we can, just so he gets used to the patterns that are run and the way the ball comes inside our 50, and hopefully, Roughhead played back tonight in the second game. So we wanted to have a little bit more flexibility with our tools that they can swing forward and back, depending on who we're playing and what sort of form they're in.
Has Show played much footy forward, centre forward?
Yeah, he did as a junior growing up. He played a lot of his footy forward, and because we've been pretty exposed for big fellas, we've nurtured him as a defender the last 3 or 4 seasons, and he's done well given that he's 92 to 94 kilo key defender. When you're playing some of those big fellas, he's given away 15 or 20 kilos on him. So he's acquitted himself really well. I'm really happy with his progress. He's played about 60 games now, so he's ready to step up and be a really good player for us. But whether that's forward or back, I'm too sure. But he's learnt the craft of both over his journey thus far. And hopefully he can play well in both positions when he's given the chance.
It's only half of football, you're starting on your own team, but it's the Gold Coast. So
No, I'm not sure how Brisbane and Gold Coast approach it. They didn't even put their magnets up on the board. It's just numbers swinging everywhere, So you're really just focusing on your own side at this stage. But you expect there to be some natural progression because they've been in the comp for a couple of years now. So they'd certainly be hoping that they're going to get better anyway.